So, I just got done watching the UFC pay-per-view featuring Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. And my first takeaway is Ilia Topuria is going to be one of the best fighters to ever grace the octagon before it's all said and done. I'm really excited for the Paddy Pimblett fight if that happens. I think Paddy's well-rounded fighting style will match up well with Ilia. And honestly, to me, that's a 70-30 fight favoring Ilia Topuria, but I would not be shocked if Paddy makes it an ugly fight, clinching a lot, and uses a lot of wrestling in the fight. He definitely doesn't want to stand up with Ilia because that'd be a nightmare. But I'm excited for that fight. Sad to see Charles Oliveira get knocked out like that, man. I think that might be one of his last big fights. I really don't know what's next for him after that. He's 36, and he's fought for the title several times and lost several times. But it's always exciting seeing him fight in the octagon. My favorite fight of the night was Joshua Van fighting, I forget what his name is, the number one contender for that weight division. Joshua Van has got to be one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. And honestly, if the dude could put on 20 to 30 pounds, I would love to see him and Ilia Topuria fight down the road if his trajectory keeps on the line it's going. I mean, 2 months ago, this guy wasn't even ranked, and tonight he just beat the number one contender, and now he's fighting for the title next against Pantoja. So that was really exciting. The Pantoja and Kai France was a huge letdown. I picked Kai France to upset Pantoja in that fight, and Kai France just was too predictable. He threw his best two punches in the fight were the first two punches thrown. He looked like he clipped Pantoja up a little bit, and then Pantoja just got a hold of him and wrapped him up like a tarantula, and that's how the fight was going from there on out. Pantoja is he's good everywhere, man. And what's scary is like he could stand with a stand-up fighter, and then he can mix in his world-class jiu-jitsu. So yeah, it was pretty good. All in all, it was a good pay-per-view. My favorite fight was the Joshua Van fight. And I don't know why I can't remember the fighter's name right now. So that was cool to see. And then after that, I switched over to the end of the Jake Paul Cesar Chavez fight, and it's just crazy to me seeing Jake Paul actually fighting boxers in his division now and beating them. The guy's amazing to me. I know so many people in the world hate him, but what he's been able to do just off of his name and likeness on YouTube and take that name recognition and put it into boxing. Not only has it kept boxing afloat, but it's bringing like more fans to the sport. So shout out to Jake Paul for killing it in the sport and becoming like a staple for it. There's really no legends in boxing anymore. So he's taking that dead sport and keeping it alive. And I really hope he goes far, and I hope he does get to fight for a world title one day, because that'd be amazing to see an everyday guy commit his life to a sport where nobody thought he had any skill and everybody in the world kind of hates him, and him become a champion. If you notice, people that really believe in themselves, that have self-belief, it bothers people. And I think it's because so many of us everyday people doubt ourselves and we're scared to take that leap. Guys like Ilia Topuria saying he's going to knock out Charles in the first round, and guys like Jake Paul saying he's going to be a champion, and then actually delivering on that belief. To me, people see that as cocky, but confidence is everything. That's most of what what we all lack in life, and that's why a lot of us aren't as successful as we want to be. So shout out to those two guys, just seizing the moment and taking what they want. But yeah, it was a good night for combat sports. Shout out. Peace.